Bubonic plague, Black Death. The bubonic plague is the most common form of plague caused by the bite of an infected flea. If you were a medieval peasant back in Europe, you'd stand a 2 out of 3 chance of being among the 200 million it killed. An annoying rat would take a nap on your straw bed, and within a week you'd be the new victim of the Black Death as you experienced extremely excruciating symptoms including high fever, painful swollen lymph nodes, and severe fatigue. Without antibiotics, over 70% of people who got the bubonic plague died from it. It wiped out entire towns and spread so quickly that it killed so many people that there weren't enough survivors to bury the dead. Tuberculosis. Tuberculosis is a dangerous infectious disease that usually attacks the lungs. It's caused by Mycobacterium tuberculosis, which spreads through the air when someone with it coughs or sneezes. Imagine this. It's 1890 and you begin developing a horrible cough that lasts for weeks, progressively worsening chest pains, starting to cough up blood, experiencing unbearable fatigue, a high fever, and night sweats. As the disease wore on, it would over time simply eat your lungs from the inside out. Upon your death, as the doctor opened your body to determine the cause of death, he would see your lungs resembling cheese, as the bacteria had made multiple hollow holes feasting on the lungs. Without a 6-month-long treatment regimen with multiple side effects, anyone who gets this disease has a 60% chance of dying. Ebola. The Ebola virus, a highly lethal and terrifying disease, gained its infamous reputation due to its severe symptoms, including bleeding from multiple body organs. This virus attacks the body's immune and vascular systems, causing widespread damage. Victims often experience symptoms like fever, fatigue, muscle pain, and intense headaches before progressing to more severe stages. One example of this case would be in 2014 when one day a man would unknowingly eat contaminated meat. The next, he'd be suffering from one hallmark of Ebola's symptoms, hemorrhagic fever, which would lead to bleeding from various organs such as the eyes, nose, and gums. This bleeding is due to the virus quite literally shredding through your blood vessels, and in a last-ditch effort, your brain throws everything it has at it through a cytokine, kind of like killing a hornet's nest with a nuclear bomb. Ebola's gruesome symptoms make its current mortality 90% of all those infected, meaning you'd have a 9 out of 10 chance of dying. Leprosy. Leprosy, caused by a bacterium called Mycobacterium leprae, often starts with pale or reddish patches on the skin that are numb to the touch. If left untreated, it can cause severe nerve damage, skin lesions, muscle weakness, and paralysis. Over time, your fingers, toes, and nose would begin to fall off, leaving you disfigured permanently. However, contrary to what most believe, leprosy is only transmitted through prolonged close contact with an untreated person, but it is not highly contagious. In the past, people with leprosy were shunned from society and forced to live in colonies with other sick people as people were scared to catch it.